Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good and you have enjoyed your holiday a lot while doing some work also. So children, here I am welcome back you all after vacations. So today we will start, or if I say that we have already started chapter 5, that is common fractions, and we will proceed with that chapter only. So now within few minutes we will do the introduction of fraction and types of fraction. So let's start children. Here your chapter number 5, common fraction. Now children, tell me, what is fraction? What is fraction? As you all can see, I have written the definition on the board. A fraction is a part of a whole. A fraction is a part of a whole. So children, here I am going to take one example from your art and craft class. So children, what you are doing there, you are taking these kind of a circles. You can see this. These kind of a circles you are using in your art and craft class. So now what I will do, if with this whole circle, which is also mentioned in fraction, fraction is what? A part of a whole. Now this circle is whole. Whole means one full. Fine. Now when I fold this circle into half like this, then each part means I folded it. Now each part represent your fraction. Now here how many parts are there? 2 parts. How many parts? 2 parts. So each part will represent the fraction of 1 by 2, which is an example of fraction. Which is an example of fraction. Now each part, if I fold it one more time like this, so now children, tell me, each part will represent, what will be the fraction of each part? Yes, the fraction of each part is 1 by 4. Now what we have done here, we have divided a whole into 4 parts. See, if you can see these lines, these margin lines you can see, or we can draw these margin lines with marker. So children, you can see each part represent 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. It means what we have done? We have done part of a whole circle. So what is fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole, which is already written. Now I am going to write examples of fraction. I hope that fraction is clear to you all with this example. Okay. So now I am going to write examples. So you can tell me examples of, fraction. Now what are the examples of fraction? 2 you can tell from this circle. Now here 1 by 4, 1 by 2, then 2 by 3 again. If we divide a whole into 3 parts, and then one of that fraction will be 2 by 3. So these all are the examples of fraction. These all are the examples of fraction. Now children, in the fraction you have 2 parts. In this fraction you can see 2 parts. One number you have written up and one number you have written down. Now the number which is written up is called numerator. The number which is written up is called numerator, and the number which is written down is called, yes, correct, that is denominator. These all the basics you have done earlier also, but the concept must be clear. So we are taking it again. Now the next is, what are the different types of fractions? Fine. So we'll take it one by one. What are the different types of fraction? Now the next is types of fraction. So now types of fractions. Types of fractions, in this we will start with first, that is like fractions. Like fractions. Now what are like fractions? Fractions having same denominator, fractions having same denominators are called like fraction. Now this will become the definition of the fraction also, like fraction also. The fractions having same denominator are called like fraction. Now this definition you will write it, and now here examples I write, like 1 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8, etc. These all are the examples of like fractions. Now number 2, unlike fractions. Now if you remember what definition of like fractions I have told you, you can write the definition of unlike fractions also. Now what the definition of like fraction I have told you? Yes, correct. The fractions having same denominator are called like fractions. It means the fraction having unlike denominator, means different denominators, are called unlike fraction. Like means same and unlike means different. The numbers or the fractions having different denominators are called unlike fractions. Now here we can write the examples: 2 by 3, 7 by 8, 11 by 15. You can see in all these examples we have different denominators. So this is an example of unlike fractions. Fine. I hope this is clear to all. Okay. Now we'll move to the next. Now the next is number 3 is unit fractions. Now what are unit fraction? Fractions having 1 as a numerator are called unit fractions. Now we can write the examples of unit fractions here. Fractions having 1 as a numerator, so we can write 1 by 7, 1 by 6. These all are the examples. The fractions which are having 1 as a numerator are called unit fractions. Now fourth one is proper fraction. Next is proper fractions. Now what are proper fractions? Proper fractions are those fractions. Proper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is less than denominator. Numerator is less than denominator. I am repeating it again and again so that the concept will be clear. Now what is proper fraction? Proper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is less than denominator. So here we can write examples of these, that is 3 by 4, 6 or 5 by 8 or 6 by 11. These all are the examples of proper fraction, because you can see in this numerators are less than denominator. Now we'll come to number 5, that is improper fractions. Now the next is improper fractions. Now what are improper fractions? Improper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is greater than denominator. Numerator is greater than denominator. Now can you tell me one example? Like 13 by 5, or if I write 8 by 3 or 11 by 5. These all are the examples of improper fractions. Fine. So improper fraction, in improper fraction we have numerator greater than denominator and in proper. So one more thing you have heard, that is mixed fraction. Mixed fraction or mixed numbers. Now these improper fractions have been converted into mixed numbers or mixed fraction. Now what are mixed fraction and how we are converting it? Now mixed fraction we will see one more time. Mixed fraction, mixed fractions, mixed fractions. Now mixed fractions are, so mixed fractions, what are mixed fractions? Mixed fractions are those fractions which will be written in a form of a whole and with a proper fraction. And how sometimes we called mixed fraction as a mixed numbers also. So how we were writing these mixed fraction? Because this mixed fraction containing two part, one is whole part and one is of proper fraction. Now for example we will take any one improper fraction, that like 13 by 5 we have taken. Now what we will do, this 13 by 5, we will do this division. Now 5 2s are 10. So what is the quotient here? What is the quotient? Quotient is 2. Yes, quotient is 2. And what is the remainder? Remainder is 3. Now how we were writing? This quotient will represent the whole part. See this? 2 will be the whole part. Then remainder will be written above and the divisor will be same. Now this is mixed fraction in which 2 represent the whole part and 3 by 5 represent proper fraction. Now this question, this related question you have done in the exercise also earlier. So how we have done, we can divide any improper fraction and we can convert it into mixed fraction, or we can call it, sometime we called it mixed numbers also. So I hope what is fraction and types of fraction will be clear to you all, which we have already done, but we have taken one revision also, what are the types of fraction also. So now children, how we can convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction, and how a mixed fraction can be converted into improper fraction, that we will see just now. So children, we have completed the introduction. Now we will start our exercise 5.1. So question number 1 is, which of the following are like fractions? So we'll revise once again what are like fractions. Like fractions are those fractions having same denominator. Like fractions are those fractions having same denominator. Fine. So in this you have to find it out, the fractions having same denominator. So you can see first 3 by 8, second is 5 by 9, 4 by 8, 2 by 8, 6 by 17 and 7 by 8. So what are the like fractions? The fractions having same denominators are called like fractions. So in this way only you all will write the question in your copy. And now as you can see, I am using different color pen. So in your copy you will encircle it with blue pen. Now 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 2 by 8 and the last, that is 7 by 8. these numbers are having same denominators. So these numbers are called like fractions. I hope like fraction is clear to you all. Now we'll come to question number 2. Now question number 2 is, which of the following are unit fractions? Now if you remember, what is the definition of unit fraction? Yes, the fractions having 1 as a numerator. 1 as a numerator. We are not considering 1 in the denominator. So this 2 by 1 is not, yes, it's not a unit fraction. But 1 by 7, which is containing 1 in the numerator, 1 by 7 is a unit fraction. 1 by 11 is also a unit fraction. So we'll start encircling it. 1 by 7, 1 by 11, 1 by 9. Now children, can you tell me 3 1 by 6 is a unit fraction or not? Because 1 is there in numerator, so it will be yes or no? No. Because if you multiply it, the numerator will become, this is given in mixed fraction. 3 1 by 6 is given in mixed fraction, and when you multiply it, 6 3s are 18 plus 1 19. 19 by 6. So this is not an example of unit fraction. So only 3 numbers, 1 by 7, 1 by 11 and 1 by 9 is in unit fractions. So I hope this unit fraction is also clear to you all. Now we'll come to question number 3. Now question number 3, that is, which of the following are proper fractions? Which of the following are proper fractions? Now what are proper fractions? Fractions in which numerator is smaller than denominator. Numerator is smaller than denominator are called proper fractions. So here you can see fractions. Now the fractions in which numerator is smaller, like 2 by 3 and 2 by 3, numerator is smaller than denominator. So 2 by 3 is a, yes, is a proper fraction, is an example of proper fraction. Now come to the next, that is 17 by 9. Now 17 is smaller than 19. So 17 by 19 is an example of again proper fraction. Now here 5 by 4. Now 5 is greater than 4, obviously. So it is not an example of proper fraction. Now come to this 4, 2 by 3. You can, yes, you are knowing it that improper fraction can be converted into mixed fraction, which I have told you just now. So this is not an example of proper fraction. Now 18 by 6. No, because here also 18 is greater than 6. So it is not an example of proper fraction. Now 15 by 25 is an example of proper fraction. Next 27 by 41. 27 by 41 is also an example of proper fraction. So here we will take a pause to the exercise and we will understand one more concept related to fraction, that is equivalent fraction. Now can you tell me what are equivalent fraction? Here we can take example also. Now if I have this fraction 2 by 3, if I have this fraction 2 by 3 and we are going to multiply this 2 by 3 with a common number with the numerator also and with the denominator also. Like here I have taken a common number, that is 2, and I have multiplied numerator also with the 2 and denominator also with 2. Now what we have got, 2 2s are 4 and 3 2s are 6. Now 4 by 6, if I am going to reduce this fraction, reduce means when we are dividing a fraction by a common number, fine, dividing a fraction fraction by a common number. Its numerator also and denominator also. That is called reducing or converting a fraction into its lowest term. Fine. So now here 4 by 6 is equivalent to 2 by 3. Now we'll take one more example of this. If I multiply 2 by 3 by 3, so what we have got? 2 3s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. Again 6 by 9 is equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. So these both are the examples of equivalent fraction. Now equivalent, what do you understand what is equivalent means? Equivalent means equal to the given fraction. So now we will understand how to write the definition of equivalent fraction. So now children, here you can see 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6 and 4 by 8 are equivalent fraction. Can you tell me why? Yes, because when I have this fraction 1 by 2, just now I have told you 1 by 2, and when we multiply 1 by 2 by 2, then we will get this 2 by 4. When we will multiply this 1 by 2 by 3, then what we will get? 3 by 6. And then next, what we are doing it? If we multiply this 1 by 2 by 4, then 2 4s are, that will become 4 by 8. And next also you can write, if we multiply it by 5, 1 into 5 and then 2 into 5. So what we will get? 5 by 10. So these all are equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. By when we divide it 3 1s are and 3 2s are, we will get 1 by 2 only. Similarly 2 1s are, 2 2s are, we will get 1 by 2 only. Fine. 5 1s are and 5 2s are, again we will get 1 by 2, and 4 1s are and 4 2s are 8. Again we will get 1 by 2. So in this case we are getting 1 by 2 only after reducing it. So these all are equivalent fractions. Equivalent means equivalent, simple meaning of equivalent is equal to, means all the fractions are equal. So I hope this equivalent fraction or the concept of equivalent fraction is clear to you all. Now the next question of your exercise is related to this equivalent fraction only. So let's start that question. Question number 4. So what is question number 4 is, which of the following are equivalent fraction? Just now we have understood what is equivalent fraction. Now here in A part we have been given 2 by 3 and 4 by 6. Now children, what you have to do? You have to see that if you are multiplying 2 by 3 by a common number and if you are getting 4 by 6 as an answer, so we will say that given two fractions are equivalent fraction. Quite simple, very simple question, but sometimes children are getting confused in that what we have to do in this question. So what we will do, in this question A part, 2 by 3 and 4 by 6 is given to you. Fine. So we will find it out. If we take a common number, for example, we are knowing that in the table of 2 we will get 2 2s are 4. So here if we multiply the numerator by 2, 2 2s are 4 and 3 2s are 6, we are getting this 4 by 6. So what we will say? Yes, the given fraction, or yes they are, or yes the given fractions are equivalent fractions. Fractions are equivalent fractions. So like this only you have to write in your copies. Fine. So yes, the given fractions are equivalent fraction. Now come to the next question, 5 by 15 and 1 by 3. Now you can see here, when you will multiply 1 by 3, why we are multiplying the number in the smaller fraction only? Because when we are multiplying, we are making that smaller fraction into greater fraction. So when we multiply 5 with the numerator and 5 with the denominator, 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15. We are getting 5 by 15. So we will say yes, the given fractions are equivalent fraction. The given fractions are equivalent fraction. Similarly, come to the next, 2 by 9 and 4 by 12. When we multiply 2 into 2, we will get 4. But when we multiply here 9 into 2, are we getting 12? Are we getting 12? No. We are getting 18. And here 18 is not given. So what we will write here? No. The given fractions are not an equivalent fraction. So similarly we will do with the D part also, 7 by 11 and 21 by 33. Now you can see here, when we multiply 7 by 3, here when we multiply 7 by 3, we will get 21, and here when 11 will be multiplied by 3, because this multiplication we have to do it with a common number. So when we multiply it, we are getting 21 by 33. So we'll write yes, they are, or the given fractions are in equivalent fractions. I hope this question is clear to you all. You can take a pause here and you can complete this question, and then we will start question number 5. You can pause the video and complete this question number 4. So now children, question number 5 of the same exercise, complete the following. Complete the following or fill in the blank also you can write of this question number 5. Now here the first A part is 2 by 3 is equal to, then blank, and then 9. Now you have to find it out what we will write in this blank. Now in this question number 5 you have 4 parts. 2 part I will tell you, and the rest of 2 parts you will do it yourself. Fine. So what we will do it, straight away you will not write the answer. We will write here solution and we will write the given fraction 2 by 3. Now you can find it out by which number you will multiply this denominator, because here in the finding one you have been given with the denominator. So we are going to see the denominator only, that with which number we will multiply 3 to get 9. By which number we will multiply 3 to get 9. Now 3 3s are 9. It means the numerator will also multiply by 3. So what we will do here, 3 3s are 9. And similarly the numerator will also multiply by 3. So we will multiply it by 3. What we will get? 6. 2 3s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. So this 6 will become your answer. And this 6 you will write it in box, so that it will be symbolized that this is your answer. Therefore, at last you will write, therefore 2 by 3 is equal to 6 by 9. 6 by 9. Clear? Now come to B part, that is 7 by 9. Now here the numerator, in the answer one, numerator have been given. Now you have to find it out by which number you will multiply 7. By which number you will multiply 7 to get 21. By which number you will multiply 7 to get 21. So 7 ones are 7 7 twos are, yes, correct, 14, and 7 threes are 21. So what we will do? We will multiply 7 by 3. So here we will write 7 by 9, and now when the 7 will be multiplied by 3, the denominator will also be multiplied by 9. The denominator will also multiplied by 9. So 9 threes are, this will be your answer 1. 7 threes are 21, and then 9 threes are 27, which is your answer 1. We will make a box, and then we will write therefore 7 by 9 is equals to 21 by 27. Fine. I hope this question is clear to you all. Now children, what you have to do? You have to write all the definitions of fraction, types of fraction, and exercise 5.1 you will complete question number 1 to 5. Now in question number 5 I have done A and B part, and you will do C and D part yourself. I hope that is quite easy. You all can do it. It's very easy. So I hope whatever I have taught you, that is clear to you all. Fine. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Good day.